Namaste students, I am JVN Dr. Aziz Mohammed Khan from Department of Food and Biotechnology, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science. Today I am going to discuss about the topic chromatography. That is the second part of the chromatography technique. In the previous video we discussed some chromatography techniques and this is the continuous part. Affinity chromatography. Affinity chromatography, as the word indicate, affinity means relationship between each other. So affinity chromatography is the technique which is used for the separation of the particles which are specific for each other, which are really very specific for each other. For example, antigen and antibody are very specific for each other. So this technique is used for the particles which are really specific and they are very they bind to each other. The binding is very specific and selective. So in this technique, we separate the particles of proteins, enzymes, and these proteins are also some antigen type molecules, and some specific kinds of antibodies are designed against these proteins. Okay, so in this techniques, specific, for example, this is the um, particles and this is the antigen. For the separation of the particles, antibody specific for this antigen will be used as an uh, mobile phase, and these antibodies will be bind to these antigens, and when these antibody will bind to these antigen, these can be separated easily, and the non-antibody molecules can also be separated. If we want to separate these non-antibody molecule, then these non-antibody molecule can be separated, and if we want to separate these antigen molecules, then these particles can also be separated. So if we want to separate any particles, we need a stationary phase. For example, this pink color is a inert matrix, that is the stationary phase on which the antigen is bound, and on this antigen we added a stationary phase, we added a mobile phase, that is our antibody. So our antibody will bind to this antigen, and they will cross link with each other, and we can separate these particles on their binding basis. The next is size exclusion chromatography. Size exclusion chromatography is actually the gel permission chromatography, in which the gel is the stationary phase and the particles are separated on the basis of their size. Uh, we know about the agarogel electrophoresis. So the size exclusion chromatography is the part of size exclusion chromatography. In this size exclusion chromatography, beads or holes are used, and as a liquid, organic solvents or the buffer can be used, and the particles are separated on the basis of their size. In the size exclusion chromatography, these beads, porous beads, are added in the mixture, and the large particles will not be able to move through the gel matrix, but the small particles can be move can or easily move from these matrix. So the smaller particles can easily be separated, and the larger particles cannot be separated. The liquid chromatography is very important, because high performance liquid chromatography is the one of the most important technique in the separation of the particles. And the separation of particles in the high performance liquid chromatography is on the basis of the polarity. The more polar the compound, the less time it will take for the separation. Higher the polar compound, higher time, more time it will take for the separation. So the separation is particularly based on the polarity, and the less polar compound, sorry, the higher polar compound will be separated very earlier, and the less polar compound will be separated in less time, in higher time, sorry. The next technique is gas chromatography. In the gas chromatography, gas is the mobile phase, and in the stationary phase, volatile liquid are used, uh, and inert gases are used in the mobile phase. The separation is on the basis of the volatility. The more volatile evaporated compounds, the it will be separated easily, and the separation is conducted on the basis of their retention time. Retention time is the time that is taken by the compound, and that is the time which in which the particles is in the uh, column. Okay, so on the basis of this retention time, the particles will be separated. The more the retention time, the more the compound have the molecular weight. So the retention time is directly related to the molecular weight, because the particle which have less retention time, it has less molecular weight. Okay, so the particles are separated on the basis of two things: the retention time and the molecular weight. So the gas chromatography is dependent on the nature of the stationary phase, solubility of gas, length of the column, temperature of the column, and the flow rate of the mobile phase. In this, the carrier gas, it will flow the particles, and in the this is the sample injector. First the sample is injected, and after injecting the sample, this carrier gas will take the sample to the column, and the over this is the oven. Okay, it is oven. The column is in the oven. It has the temperature more than 300 degrees centigrade, approximately less than 300 degrees centigrade, and up to 300 degrees centigrade. So the particles which have less boiling point will be evaporated earlier, and they will move to the detector earlier, and the particles which have boiling point higher boiling point means they have higher molecular weight, then these particles will be detected in the detector less will with higher time. More time will be taken by the more time will be taken by the compounds having higher molecular weight. Okay, so on the basis of the time and the molecular weight, the particles will be separated. So our lecture is over here. Thank you very much.